Have you ever seen a new old stock Willys MB engine? Well, if not, then like most of us, then you're just about to see one. Welcome back, guys, to my Green Dot 319 Willys Jeep channel. Hope you're having a good day. Those of you who have not subscribed, why haven't you subscribed? We look at all sorts of Jeep stuff on this channel, rebuilding a Willys MB43, and there's loads on my old Ford GPW as well that I had. So lots to look at. So have a look at my other videos. But one of the things we're going to look at today then, guys, or what we're going to look at today, is a new old stock Willys MB engine. So I was lucky enough to go and see this recently, and I had a quick look around it. I just had to have a quick dart around it because I was quite busy. But it's a really interesting thing to look at here because it gives you an example of what a crated replacement Willys MB engine would have been like from a factory. Now, the thing about using things which are just a singular one as an example for everything is that obviously things change throughout the war. So things which could be correct on this engine could be incorrect on other engines. This isn't an engine which was fitted to a vehicle as well from the factory. It's a replacement engine. So the way things are painted and what have you could have been different. But it does give you a great example of what a crated replacement engine would have been like, because it is new old stock and untouched as possible. It's quite impressive. So we're just going to have a look at it, guys. One of the things that I'll mention then, one of the interesting things is that, and I spoke to the owner about this as well, is that this engine doesn't appear to be painted in olive drab like you would expect it to be. It seems to be some sort of forest green. I say it's gloss in the video, but it's probably not gloss. It does have a preservative on it. Online people have said, oh, the crated engines, they've got a preservative which changes the colour and makes the olive drab look different colour. I'm not totally convinced by that. I don't think it's olive drab. It does appear to be forest green, and when it comes to painting my engine for my MB, I'm probably going to paint it a similar sort of colour to this. The owner as well, who owns a Jeep restoration business and sells, you know, thousands of bits of Jeeps to people and seen more engines and what have you than you care to shake a stick at. He also said that most of the MB engines he's seen as well are not olive drab as well. So I probably need to do some more research into this. I can't tell you exactly what the colour is yet. Many of you guys will know more than me who have seen lots more MB engines. This is only, this is the first real one or original one I've actually seen. So just take the colour with a pinch of salt at the moment. But all I can say is that I don't think it's olive drab. So let's have a look at this engine then, guys.
So this thing's pretty rare. It's in a Ford GPW box there, but this is perfectly factory correct for an MB then. This is how they would have arrived if you got a replacement one. And the first thing to notice about it, which is interesting, is you can see some of the paint details then. So the fan's got a run on it. The paint itself isn't really an olive drab, it's sort of a forest green. So, I mean, this is how they came from the factory in '44. It's not olive drab, it's this sort of gloss, forest green, which is interesting. And pretty much, as I said in the paint video previously about Jeeps, everything is really painted. The CTR bolts here on the fan, they put the fan on after the whole thing's been painted, so they've missed getting painted. But everything else is, you can see the bolts down here are fully covered. The fuel pump was put on after it was painted, obviously, so they haven't got any paint. But the PCV line, that's all painted. All the manifolds are all painted as well. So you can see that this went on and it was painted, and then they put on the fuel system and the fuel pump, so no paint has got on these at all. So you could get some overspray on those once you fitted it to the Jeep and were touching up, but factory wise they would have been unpainted, the fuel lines. The oil line as well, this has all gone on after, so this is all in factory with no olive drab on them, which is really cool. But you can just see the sort of the glossiness of that there. So these bolts, these EC bolts here, aren't painted as well, so going on afterwards. So you can just see how it went together. Head bolts have all got paint on them as well, of course. What else have we got? And then round here is quite interesting. It's a bit dark, unfortunately, guys, but you can see the bonding straps here. So when they put on the ignition stuff, the bonding straps, none of this obviously gets olive drab, so this should all not be touched. And then the distributor wouldn't have nothing on it. You can see it's all wax sealed in there, guys. And then the starter's all wax sealed. I imagine the starter would be black with no paint, no olive drab on it, or this green, should I say. Same with the generator. And then we've got the bonding straps down here, which are just interesting to look at for a sec, just for detail. You can see the on there, and then the one down here, unfortunately, is hidden away in this cosmoline they've rubbed it in. But as you can see, pretty much everything is forest green / drab, apart from the ancillaries which were put on, which is really cool. So it's just pretty neat. And then round the other side, there's one last thing just to point out then, which is the bevel washers which hold on the manifolds, so they hold the two manifolds together. You know, they've got a little cone shape to them. Well, there's a sort of an argument whether which way round they could go. I'm not sure if I can see it for you guys. Can you spot in there? Yeah, can you see the conical washer in there? It faces out, so the flat face is facing the manifolds. So that's just an interesting detail there. And all the heat riser, the manifold riser is all painted as well. So there you go, guys, just some interesting details for you on that MB engine. Very rare to see it like that, so that's really cool.
What do you reckon to that then, guys? That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Gives you an idea then of what the created MB engine should be like. And you can see, you know, if you just spray the whole thing olive drab, it's not quite right. You know, the way the fans put on and the oil lines and the fuel lines were put on later, but the manifolds were put on earlier, and they received some of that colouring as well. It goes to showing how that engine was put together and the way it should look once it's in the Jeep. Now, if you remember one of my earlier videos, the paint video, I talked about how things, once it was all put in a Jeep, things could get overspray as well. So once it's in a Jeep as well, you know, there's not to say that bits which were black, like, you know, the oil lines and the fuel lines, may have not picked up a bit of overspray or something like that as well. So you can't say either way exactly what's what, because it would have been done a million different ways with a million different Jeeps, or you know what I mean. So it's just an interesting thing to look at there, guys. Perhaps I'll go back and take some proper light one day and we can have a proper look at it, you know, a really in-depth look at it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy that, guys. If you haven't subscribed, as I said earlier, subscribe, have a look at some videos. And if you like this, like it as well, it helps me out. But that's it for today, guys. I'll speak to you next time, and keep tuned for more of my Willys 43MB, which we're working on at the moment. Cheers.